Hi, and welcome to Jam-Packed Business Made Easy. My name is Jam Anderson, and I'm the CEO of Jam AI. And today, we're practicing exactly what we teach. You're about to listen to a podcast that's truly automated with our AI hosts, who are now our new friends. We also would like to invite you to listen to our podcasts that come out every Friday, where Flora is interviewing entrepreneurs just like you. We're exploring authentic challenges and discovering practical solutions together. Speaking of community, if you're looking for a community, you can find us on the School platform. Just search for the #1 community for entrepreneurs. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, so if you're trying to keep track of everything happening in tech and business right now, it feels a bit like whiplash, doesn't it?
It really does.
You know, we keep hearing these headlines, these warnings about AI automating jobs away, massive changes coming.
Right. The fear is definitely out there.
But then you look at what's actually happening and, well, completely new jobs are popping up, high-paying ones growing fast.
Which creates this this confusion, this gap.
Exactly. Are we being replaced? Or is something else going on? Are we being elevated? It's hard to tell.
It's that classic technology paradox.
Yeah.
But it feels so much faster with AI.
Mm-hmm.
And our sources today, I mean, we've got job market analyses. We have specific role definitions from places like OpenAI, Palantir.
Lots of detail.
Yeah, and they all point towards this shift. It's not simple replacement. It's more about where human value finds its place now.
So if you're trying to future-proof your career, or even just understand where the money's going.
Then the big question is, what are these new roles?
And that is exactly what we want to dig into in this deep dive. We're going to cut through that noise.
Good.
And really focus on what seems to be the single fastest growing job in the whole AI ecosystem right now.
The forward deployed AI engineer.
FTE.
The FTE. We need to unpack what they do, why demand just exploded like overnight,
Yeah.
and what this specific role tells us about, the skills you need for humans and AI working together effectively.
And we're looking at this transformation based on where companies are actually putting their money, right? Not just theory.
Yeah.
The FDE role, it's like the canary in the coal mine for AI deployment problems.
Okay, let's unpack that name then. Forward deployed engineer. It sounds, I don't know, military, like someone you send into a hot zone.
Ha! Well, you've kind of nailed the feeling of the job, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our sources define FDEs as these highly specialized technical experts, and they operate right out there at the edge.
The forward edge.
Exactly, where the custom AI solution bumps up against the client's messy, real-world business needs. So they're like translators.
They're essential translators, yeah. But also kind of like technical diplomats and emergency medics rolled into one.
Okay, so the big promise of Gen AI was these custom chatbots, right? Trained on a company's own data. Supposed to revolutionize customer service, internal stuff.
Right, that was the pitch.
So why do these amazing AIs need, like, an FDE babysitter? Why don't they just work out of the box?
Well, that's the core problem, isn't it? That tension is exactly why this job category blew up.
Right.
The issue FDEs solve is that these custom AI models, these chatbots, they look great in the lab or when the central engineering team builds them. But then you deploy them into a complex, messy, real business environment, and they frequently misfire or fail or just do weird, unpredictable things.
Can you give an example? Is it just like a software bug, or is it different with AI?
It's fundamentally different. It's unique to AI, really.
How so?
With traditional software, version 1.0, you know the rules it follows, right? It's deterministic.
Yeah, pretty much.
With AI, especially these generative models, you have unpredictability baked in. So the FDE is dealing with things like model drift.
Model drift.
Yeah, where the AI's performance just gets worse over time because the real-world data it's seeing starts to look different from its training data.
Ah, okay. The world changes, the AI doesn't keep up.
Precisely. Or they hit data governance issues.
Yeah.
Maybe the model needs data from some ancient siloed system from, like, 1998.
Oh, wow.
And the AI just has no clue how to talk to that. The FDE has to bridge that gap.
So you've got this cutting-edge AI, but it's trying to work with maybe 20-year-old business infrastructure.
Exactly. And the FDE has to somehow make peace between the future and the past right there on the client side.
Wow.
So yeah, they're essential for that expert troubleshooting, the quick adaptation, optimizing on the fly.
Okay.
And our sources, especially from companies like Palantir and OpenAI, who do a lot of this custom enterprise AI,
Yeah.
they stress that the FDE is the person who make sure the damn thing actually delivers business value. Not just works, but delivers value.
Which means?
Which means they need the deep technical skills, fixing Python code, tweaking prompts, but also managing the client relationship, their expectations, their frustrations.
That's a really interesting mix of skills. But hang on, don't companies already have roles like solutions architects or, top client-facing engineers? Why isn't that enough?
That's a great question. And it gets to the complexity here.
Okay.
A traditional solutions architect, they understand the software stack, the integrations, sure. But the FDE needs to understand the AI model itself, even its sort of black box nature.
Right, the unpredictable part.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
need to translate a technical fix, like a specific fine-tuning step or changing a data pipeline into a business outcome for the client. They're not just plugging software together.
They're integrating intelligence or something like it.
An unpredictable learning entity into a usually rigid business structure.
Yeah.
And it demands this immediate, on-site, deep technical fiddling that historically solutions architects just didn't need to do.
Okay, this is where it gets really fascinating, I think, because it tells us how badly this role is needed. The market growth figures, they aren't just like gradual.
Oh, not at all. It's explosive.
Yeah.
One source we looked at found an 800% rise in FDE job listings just in 2025.
800% in 1 year.
In 1 year. Just think about what that means.
It means companies bought the AI hype, invested billions.
Yep. Tried to deploy it.
Hit a massive wall, like you said, misfires, failures.
Total friction. And then suddenly realize, oh, wait, we have literally no one whose job it is to fix this.
So that 800% growth, it's not just normal hiring. It's like emergency hiring, a scramble to fix broken investments.
It's the market basically screaming that making this stuff work in the real world is way harder than inventing it in the lab.
Yeah.
And that kind of demand requires a totally new kind of employee.
So what does that skill set look like then? Clearly not the old stereotype of the engineer just coding in a dark room.
No, definitely not. The FDE is maybe the defining hybrid role of this decade.
Hybrid how?
You absolutely need deep, serious technical chops. APIs, data pipelines, prompt engineering, Python, all that.
Yep.
You have to be technically credible.
Okay, baseline requirement.
But, and this is crucial, that technical depth has to be fused with really, really strong client-facing skills. Communication, empathy, translation.
So it's the ultimate translator. Speak Python to the model, speak ROI to the C-suite.
Precisely. They're blending strategy, consulting, and delivery.
Right.
It's way beyond just writing code to spec.
Right.
Their job is making sure the implemented solution actually optimizes the client's business, hits strategic goals.
So soft skills become hard requirements.
Absolutely. Things like empathy, really understanding why a client is tearing their hair out when the AI gives a nonsensical answer, and then translating that frustration back into a technical adjustment for the model, that's high value.
And that's really the core insight for anyone listening, isn't it?
I think so.
It proves the most valuable roles aren't pure tech silos anymore. You need that technical foundation, sure, but you merge it with those classic soft skills. Judgment, strategy, communication, managing expectations.
If you can build it, explain it, and fix it when it breaks, you're indispensable.
Right.
It totally changes the career path for engineers. Technical skill gets you in the door. But managing complexity, uncertainty, human interactions, that's what gets you promoted, makes you valuable.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit, the bigger picture. What does this rise of the FDE tell us about the job market overall? We started with that fear of automation.
Right, the robots are taking our jobs narrative.
Yeah, especially white-collar jobs. But the FDE seems like Exhibit A, that AI is actually creating new, complex, highly paid white-collar work.
It's solid proof that AI needs humans at scale for supervision. Our sources really hammer this point. AI automates the repetitive stuff, yes. But it creates this massive demand for human judgment, for oversight, for refinement, for strategic direction. It creates a whole ecosystem of human-in-the-loop roles.
So beyond the FDE, what other kinds of jobs are emerging in this pattern? Jobs that show creation, not just replacement.
Well, we can kind of group them. First, you've got this whole governance and quality layer.
Okay.
We're seeing huge demand for AI compliance monitoring roles as regulations slowly try to catch up.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Right. But you need people whose entire job is watching the models, making sure they don't go off the rails, checking for bias, ensuring data privacy and security.
That job literally didn't exist 3 years ago.
Pretty much, no.
Yeah.
It's entirely driven by the need to manage this powerful but unpredictable tool.
Okay, what else?
Then there's the refinement layer, roles like model training supervision,
Meaning,
meaning people who manage and curate the massive, often messy data sets these models learn from. You need humans to provide that critical feedback, make sure the outputs are reliable, check for bias, or just make sure the model keeps learning the right things as the world changes. That's specialized work needing good judgment.
and then there's the stuff powering it all.
Can't forget the infrastructure. The sheer computational need is creating bottlenecks in jobs. Huge spikes in demand for data center engineers building and running the physical cloud.
Right.
And looking ahead, where AI meets the physical world, robotics engineers are taking off, integrating AI into manufacturing, logistics, autonomous systems.
So the common thread,
Yeah,
whether it's the FDE, the compliance person, the training supervisor, it seems like the human role is shifting away from pure execution
yes.
and more towards governance, strategy, quality control. The AI does the heavy lifting, maybe, but the human sets the goal, corrects the mistakes, ensures it actually works for the business.
That's a perfect summary. And it completely reshapes traditional software engineering, too.
How so?
The engineer who used to spend all day optimizing a database query. Now they might be managing this complex AI system where the tools change constantly, and the real challenge is often a business problem, not just code. FDEs are the template for that. Adaptive, solution-focused, moving beyond those old silos. You can't just be a Java expert anymore. You need to be a complex problem solver.
It really is a kind of career reboot for engineers. Engineer consultant, diplomat,
Right.
all in one.
Exactly. Highly valued package.
So let's try to wrap this up. What we've dug into today, it really seems to confirm this key idea. The forward-deployed AI engineer exists precisely because there's this fundamental gap. A gap between the sophisticated AI tech and the messy reality of making it work for a real business.
And it cements this shift, right? Human expertise, its value, it's moving away from doing repetitive tasks.
Right.
And towards critical oversight, troubleshooting, applying judgment to these complex adaptive systems we're building. We're becoming the essential guides, the quality control for our own creations.
Which means the big takeaway for you, listening, is pretty clear. Stop thinking of AI as just a competitor coming to replace us. Start seeing it as this mandatory collaborator. A powerful one, sure, but often flawed, and definitely one that needs constant human guidance to actually succeed.
Which leads to a really interesting question to chew on looking ahead.
Okay.
If these custom AI chatbots already need specialized engineers like FDEs just to stop them from messing up, what's the core human skill that's going to be the most valuable, the highest paid, say, in the next 5 years?
Is it strategy?
Or maybe empathy, understanding the user, the client?
Or just relentless critical thinking, questioning the output?
Exactly. Which one will it be? It's time to think about AI's impact on your career, not as an end, but as the start of a whole new set of really crucial human responsibilities.